What's up, guys? It's Jack. We're back again from the Mini Whips YouTube channel. We're here inside the new spot, the new Mini Whip studio. This place is gonna change a lot throughout the YouTube videos, but for now, this is what it looks like. In today's video, we're gonna go over something that you guys ask me all the time on either my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or whatever the case may be. How to install the Electro&Co light bar onto either your Pro-Spec or your SX500. So without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, guys, so we officially have all the parts for the Electro&Co light kit laid out here on the bench. We have our power inverter right here in the middle. We have both of our wiring harnesses already connected to it. We have our on-off switch right there. We have the actual power plug that's gonna connect into our controller. Another on-off switch for the actual power itself on the inverter. Our light kit, our hardware for the actual light kit itself. So without further ado, we're gonna take all these parts, we're gonna get these together. We're gonna strip down our Pro-Spec that's behind us and then get these parts installed. So we officially got everything all ready to go. We have our light fully built, ready to get installed. We have our inverter right here. All of our parts for mounting our light and our accessories onto the bars. That's what these little bits are right here. I still have these two plugs, which I'm not sure because I don't have a reference video on what exactly goes where on this bike. So we still have these two plugs available. We're gonna see if we need them or if they're just extras for extra accessories. Without further ado, let's get the Pro-Spec ripped apart and get this thing fully installed. All right, guys, so we officially got everything all mounted up here, ready to go. We got our little inverter box, we got our actual light, our on-off switch, and everything connected properly. So without further ado, let's see if this thing works. Oh, let's go, dude. This thing is sick. Look how bright this thing is. Oh my God. All right, well, everything works here. We're ready to go. Now we can actually get this thing mounted up and the box properly put into the bike, and we'll be done. All right, guys, so I'm kind of pondering on where to put the actual inverter box right here on the actual frame of the bike because I don't run plastics like a lot of the other guys with the Pro-Spec do. In theory, I would want to put it right here, but all this is visible and it'll make it a lot easier for the actual box to get wet. So I don't want to mount it here, but I do kind of want to mount it right over the controller. I want to figure out a way to put this kind of like that, almost hovering above the controller so it has enough room not to touch any of the plugs, but it's still flush so the seat will get on there and it won't screw with the seat. Give me 1 second here, let me do some brainstorming and see how we can come up with this and make this work. All right, guys, so we officially got the box in here. It's all mounted. You can see we probably have one of the most sketchy jobs ever done on this, but what we ended up doing is we wrapped some foam around the actual inverter box. We wrapped some foam around it with some zip ties that you can see around right there. So we wrapped those up, and then what we did is we took another set of zip ties, we put it on these two cross members right here, right across, and then I took a zip tie going under the one that I put in the CDI box, on top of the one on the cross member, same thing up here, put actually two on each cross member so that it has enough room from the actual controller. There's no contact whatsoever in there, everything's nicely put, and we're good to go. Now all we have to do is mount up our actual light up top and get everything wired up and put back together. Once we get everything wired up and put back together, I think we need to take this thing on a little trail ride, so let's do it. All right, guys, so we got everything all wired up, all done. I just wanted to take a second to go over my little wiring job here, and as much of a mess as it may look like, it's actually really clean to a trained professional, obviously. For all you guys wondering why we mounted our button right there in the frame, number one, I really just didn't really want to drill into the plastics and have a hole there for when we do take out the light. And number two, the reason that we would take out the light is a lot of the races that we are gonna have this bike in don't allow for actual handlebar style mounted lights. That's why we haven't put this thing on, and we've had this light kit for so long and just haven't done anything with it. A lot of the races like to be very specific, and they don't like any lights whatsoever in case it interferes with riders, quote unquote. So that's why we really never put it on, but we finally got it done. I just wanted to take a second to go over that wiring and show you guys how good it looks. But without further ado, let's get this thing mounted. Alright guys, the light is mounted, the bike is officially done. This thing literally looks so factory. It's honestly kind of scary. This light looks insanely good. Looks like it was actually meant to be there. And the way that we tucked in the wires literally looks perfect. I know it's going to be easy as hell to take this light off if we ever do need to in a race or before a race or whatever the case may be. All right guys, so that's it for today's YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed. The light bar is officially on. Shout out to electro&co for making everything flawless. As always, make sure you guys stay tuned to the Mini Whips YouTube channel because we got a lot of good stuff coming. We got ice riding, new bikes, new track building, all kinds of good stuff. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you guys want to see. Don't forget, we also got code JMR5 for any of your electro&co orders. So make sure you guys use that to save big. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.